I arrived at Congaree National Park around 2:30 on January 2nd, 2026, just as the sun began its slow descent, and the light had that unmistakable golden softness, the kind that makes everything feel kind of cinematic, as if nature knows you brought a camera. I'd heard this park was underrated and undervisited, but the word has gotten out because the parking lot was surprisingly full, busy with visitors coming and going. I spotted someone pulling out and slid into the space just in time, with several hopeful cars circling behind me. Congaree may feel like wilderness, but the parking lot still has a touch of Black Friday at the swamp instead of at the mall, if you know what I mean. I grabbed my camera and my purse, and I headed into the visitor center. Congaree is more than just a park. It's one of the last great remnants of an ancient world. This landscape protects the largest intact, old-growth bottomland hardwood forest in the United States, where towering trees have stood through centuries of floods and storms and quiet endurance. Long before it became a national park, these rich floodplains were home to indigenous peoples and later narrowly escaped the logging operations that erased so much of the southern forest. Congaree survived, almost like a secret kept alive by the swamp itself. Inside the visitor center, I immediately found the stamp station and just as quickly remembered that, I'd forgotten my stamp book. Back outside I went, retrieved the passport book, and returned properly to stamp my book like the, serious park nerd that I am. I stamped my book, wandered through the exhibits, read about the wildlife, the owls, the deer, the bobcats, the snakes, and yes, the alligators. Bought a sticker and a patch and headed out for my hike. The trail began near the visitor center and quickly led to a raised wooden boardwalk stretching over the swamp near below. Congaree isn't a place where you hike beside the forest. You hike through it, suspended above dark water and tangled roots, surrounded by trees rising like cathedral columns. Birds were active, squirrels were busy, and I scanned the waterline, probably more than necessary. I saw no gators or snakes, which was perfectly fine with me. I didn't come all this way to become an unwilling supporting character in a nature documentary. Instead, I found something quieter. Winter light dappled through the trees, glowing across the boardwalk, turning the forest into a watercolor. Despite the full parking lot, I encountered only about a dozen people. It felt peaceful and spacious. The kind of solitude that invites slow walking and unhurried photographs. I reached a section of broken boardwalk taped off with bright yellow caution tape. It didn't inspire confidence, but I continued on anyway, because trusting swamp lumber with your life is apparently a choice I make. At the end of the walkway, without a map and with miles still ahead of me, I turned back. Near the visitor center, a staircase caught my eye, and it led me down into the forest, and eventually back to the parking lot where my car waited me. Congaree offered a brief but memorable glimpse into ancient wilderness, a place where the trees still remember the centuries, and I enjoyed the peaceful nature. Then it was time to move on. The swamp behind me, the sunset fading, and the road ahead that led to Louisiana. So, from here on out, just take in the beautiful sounds of the swamp.